Hey guys, welcome to RickRock. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at the Pixel 8a. Best part about Google's Pixel lineup is it runs pure Android, so it doesn't have any of the UI that's run in the front, like in the background, like Samsung's, or there's really not that many Android players out there anymore. It's kind of sad. But listen, Google gives you that pure Google experience, so you get the best hardware. And now you get the best software that runs really light on the hardware, which gives you like the most smooth experience from all Android phones. If we look inside the box, we could see that it comes with a cable, which is extremely nice to see. And it's not like a cheap feeling cable, it's a really hefty feeling cable, which is pretty cool. We get a small dongle, which is kind of cool that they still give you something extra in the box. Because if you want to connect the USB device or honestly anything, you could with this dongle, which is kind of cool. We do get this really nice looking SIM card puller because this phone does still have a SIM card, not like many other phones, which they're moving on to only eSIM. So you get this really nice looking small SIM card holder and a couple of manuals, and really that's it. Let's talk about the design now, which I honestly love. First of all, when you pick up the phone, you'll realize that it has like a soft touch feel in the back, which is really nice because it just feels like, I don't know, it feels so smooth in the hands. You kind of don't want to stop rubbing it when you first get it. The outside is aluminum frame, which is such a nice feeling too around the hand. So you get all around a really premium feeling. Let me clean the screen for a sec because okay, there you go. The screen, you do see really big bezels, which is not too bad. This phone does feel like a flagship phone without having that flagship price. It is $500, which is crazy that I'm saying it's a budget phone, whereas like 10 years ago, that was like the most you would pay for a phone. Nevertheless, if you look on the screen, you could start seeing where they started saving some money. If you look at the screen, you can see the thick bezels all around, which is honestly not the worst once you get to use it because the screen is kind of big. And the fact that the phone works so smoothly, it's hard to notice the big bezels. It's one of those things where when you see it, it bothers you, but when you're not paying attention to it, you don't even care. Aesthetically though, it looks overall really good. Let's talk about specs a little bit. If you look at the phone, it has a 6.1 screen. Storage, it's between 128 and 256 GB, as well as a pretty big battery. All things considered, the small size, it's just a little thick. It's going to be 4492 milliamps. It does have an OLED screen, which is definitely noticeable once you open up the phone. It's gonna save you on battery life, as well as it's gonna just give you better colors overall. It does have a 120 hertz screen, which is really crazy to see on a budget phone like this. Crazy contrast ratios thanks to that OLED screen. Google does claim up to 72 hours of battery life, but to be honest, don't take it in extreme battery saving mode. All that means is that the battery lasts you one day, and with that 4500 milliamp battery, I believe it. OLED screen, 4500 milliamp battery, you could last a day in your hands, and that's honestly more than enough. It does have a 64 megapixel front camera, which is crazy to see on a small phone like this. It does have a small camera bump to fit those lenses and stuff, which I don't blame them. I'd much rather have a small camera bump with that extra quality. It does shoot 4K at 60, as well as up to 240 in slow-mo, which is probably 720p, which is totally fine. It's slow-mo. If you did like the review, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs up anyways, because it helps me out a bunch and you'll love it too. And if you want to take a look at crazy deals, there's RickRock. We have a bunch of Recon and Recon Plus condition devices, which gives you the best price for the best condition. Best condition for the best price. That's the one. And yeah, helps us make videos like this. See you in the next one.